All right, Joseph. Thanks for doing this again, mate.
Yeah, no stress.
It's just ever since July, since we chat, I think your video's probably done one of the highest numbers, probably. Everyone in Asia seems to love you. What do you think that is?
No clue.
All right, first question is, what were your overall thoughts after CJI?
I mean, mixed feelings, but generally, I mean, you can kind of categorize them into thoughts about the event, thoughts about some of the matches, thoughts about the performances and stuff like this. But in terms of the event, I thought the event was sick.
Yeah.
Few like points I really liked from it. I liked one match at a time, and just as a audience member, like experiencing that, and everyone's so focused on the match, everyone's watching the same thing. I thought that was pretty cool, especially when in contrast to ADCC, because I went to both events. On ADCC, I was watching all the matches, and I got distracted so much.
Yeah.
Whereas I found like I had much better ability to focus and really appreciate what was happening when it was one match at a time. I like the pit, obviously. I think everyone shares a similar sentiment, especially after like this weekend. I don't know if you watched the UFC Fight Pass Invitational, but everyone's like, we need the pit back because there were like 1 million resets.
Yeah.
So that was awesome. And it was weird because I've been to that venue before. It's where the previous ADCC was hosted, and it felt super big, but somehow it felt quite intimate. I think maybe the lighting or something, and because the pit was so small and all revolved around the pit, that's where all the lighting was concentrated. I was like, wow, this feels like a small event, but it was weird. So that was sick. And I didn't watch it, but I mean, in terms of replay value, it seems still quite good, you know. The quality of the production seemed nice. In terms of the matches, sick matches. I really liked the divisions. I thought minus 80 was one of the sickest divisions ever.
That was amazing, yeah.
Yeah, and then above 80 was interesting, not as cool, but still like some boring matches, but some awesome matches, you know. I mean, but that happens in general, you know? Especially with the heavier guys, that tends to be the case. But I mean, it was some crazy upset. Lucas Canard, looking picture he did, that was insane. But then, yeah, and then finally, like in regards to my performance and stuff like this, generally, I mean, I had a rematch with Andy Varela and I fought him like a month earlier. Yeah. So that wasn't that fun, but I mean, I think I did better than before, so I was happy with that. And then I had my match with Hulk, which I felt like I did quite well, but then got caught, and I was like, okay, I'm not willing to take that much damage.
Yeah. You said that your knee popped immediately as soon as you locked it on, right?
Not exactly, but quite quick. Yeah.
Was he pulling on the back of the knee, or was he actually coming towards like the calf, would you say?
It sprained my ACL, so it was like, it just like, because it was like this action, like you wedge something and then you kind of pry it open. Yeah,
because usually it's a calf slicer, right? But I think
most calf slicers, like, if it just hurts your calf, I don't think you can legitimately get someone to tap. I mean, it's a knee pop, so it's like, and it popped like bah, 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 bah. And I was like, oh wow. And then there's a minute where I was thinking about tapping, and then I'm like, oh, it's not popping anymore. Yeah. And then I was like thinking about it, I'm like, okay, do I think this can get worse? And I was like, okay, maybe. So I was like, no, not gonna fuck with this. Actually quite happy with it though. I mean,
I thought it was awesome.
Made positive.
100%. How's your return to Asia been this time? Immediately after everything finished, you came back to Asia. Where was the first port of call?
I think actually I first went back to Europe. I was in Europe actually for 2 weeks. I did the camp with Mateus, the leg locker camp. And then I was in Europe with my sister traveling a little bit. But then when I came back, I was in Shanghai for 4 days. Went to Hong Kong for 3 days. Hong Kong seminar with Owen and Kenta. Went to Taiwan me and Owen went to Taiwan and we did a bunch of seminars. We went to Taipei, Kaohsiung, Hsinchu. And I just, because Owen hadn't previously been to Asia, so I wanted to really let him experience the culture.
How did he like it?
I think he loved it. I mean, I took him to like all the best food I know. You know, I was like, try this food. And he actually, for someone coming from the UK who's like been there for most of his life, he was willing to eat some like weird ass shit. So I was like, wow, this is awesome. And he liked it too. I was like, this is great.
That's quite surprising because like when I used to like bring back my friends from the UK back to Japan, they'd get a major culture shock. But I feel like the younger generation now, they're actually way more open these days.
I mean, it really depends though. I mean, I know some people still my age who they prefer there's food, but this was super fun. And then we ended up, and then I saw him, he went back to Portugal to do a camp, and then we met again in Bali. All right. So he's been flying back. He's gonna be in Thailand on the 15th.
Oh, really?
I mean, this is for his own leisure activities. So he's now, I'm happy that he's enjoyed Asia enough to come back now twice in the last 2 months.
Is he coming by himself?
I think he's going with some friends and stuff.
That's nice,
But I'm in Japan, so I would have gone, but he's,
It's awesome. So I don't know if you're allowed to say this, but what you're currently working on, it feels like you're kind of testing out quite a lot of omoplata stuff right now. Is that what? Should I not have said that?
No. I recently started the Instagram threads.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't know what to use with this.
Yeah.
I was like, omoplata is reaping, but on the arm.
Yeah.
Just like fun stuff like this. But yeah, I've been working on omoplatas, bear traps, stuff like this. Some stuff that are calf slicers, some things that are a little bit more unconventional, but especially like moving away from competition. Like now it's kind of like the off season. So it's a lot of time for me to play around with new stuff, try to develop new ideas, test new techniques. So this is kind of what I'm trying to explore now. And I mean, omoplata is just, it's a move that, in terms of like looking at it, technically I think it should be very good. And I just think it's under-respected in nogi.
I think so.
Just trying to see how far I can take it, you know?
Yeah. I saw Wiltsy post, he put out a nogi instruction on it, I think. I'm pretty sure he did, yeah. But
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen some of his stories recently.
I know he's gone crazy, but what's it called? I watched Ryan Hall actually has a nogi omoplata DVD.
Oh, does he?
Yeah,
okay.
some cool stuff in there.
Okay. So the last question, just because everyone's rolling up the mats now, where to next? Any upcoming projects and/or competitions?
Where to next? I'm gonna go to Shanghai for a day, go to Tokyo for 10 days, and then back to Shanghai for hopefully a while.
A longer time, yeah.
Yeah. But plans are, I'm gonna try to make more like instructional stuff like that. Just try to like document my teachings a little bit more. What else? Competitions might be doing AIGA in December.
Ooh, awesome.
So that should be cool. We got should be a sick team for that, so that should be fun.
Isn't that in Thailand?
It was supposed to be in Thailand, but I think that fell through, and now it's going to Kazakhstan. I'm like,
always falls through.
I'm like, come on, bro, I wanted to go to Thailand.
It would have been more fun. Seriously, yeah.
Way better.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, but thanks very much, Joseph.
Yeah,
Thank
of course,
you.
Pleasure.
Thank you.